Thank you for joining me for today's video. We're going to be a seated yoga flow for the full moon. It is known as the Beaver Moon, also known as by different names in different cultures and stuff. But yes, it is the full moon in Taurus. It was at its peak. It came to full moon at like 5:18 ish in the morning, Pacific Standard Time. I am currently in California, so yeah, 5:18 around there. And this full moon, because it's in Taurus, because we are in like approaching winter season, it is all about stability, about grounding, about preparing for winter. So yeah, that's why we're gonna do a little bit of a seated flow, kind of just get into it. Um, and yeah, we'll just see where it goes. So when you're ready, go ahead and join me in Sukhasana or any other position that is comfortable for you while we just prepare our body for this practice. You can roll out your shoulders, anything to get you comfortable for this practice. You could also set an intention for this practice, for the day, for the full moon, for the next 2 weeks until the new moon. It is completely up to you. Okay? I also am a little sick. I am healing. So if I sound a little different, or if you just hear me sniffling a little bit, that is why. Okay? And so, yeah. Okay, when you're ready, we're gonna get started with um, 3 deep inhales and exhales. Exhaling out through the mouth and inhaling in through the nose, okay? And when you're ready, inhale. And just kind of take this time, let go of the control of your breath, just kind of let it flow, and just kind of notice what is happening in your body right now. Do you feel a tension in a specific area? Are you feeling pretty good in a specific area and in different parts of your body? How, just notice how your body is doing, is feeling in this moment, right here, right now on this mat. And when you're ready, inhale, arms up to the sky. Down to the side, exhale. 2 more times. Okay, and you can always practice with your eyes closed if that helps you tune into your body more. Closing down one of your senses always helps the other senses heighten. So I sometimes like to practice with my eyes closed and just kind of make sure that I'm feeling it. Like I'm being aware of where I'm feeling it, but you don't have to practice with your eyes closed. You can practice with your eyes open. That is completely, I'm just giving you the option should you want it. Okay? So when you're ready, we'll meet on hands and knees. And we're going to do a cat cow, so Marjariasan and Bidalasan to child's pose flow, just to kind of warm up the body, since we are going to be mostly seated or basically seated today. So just to get the body moving a little bit. When you're ready, inhale. cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Move it back to child's pose. Inhale, round all the way up to cat. Inhale, cow, child. Inhale, cat. A few more like that with your own breath. Last time. Okay, and then we're going to go back into cow. And we're going to stay in child's pose. So you can do a child's pose with your toes touching or big toes touching, knees wide open, or you can do a child's pose with your knees together and just fold over in that way. I'm going to do knees together. Do whatever feels good for your body, whatever you feel called to, and just we'll be here for a few breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Come back into table. And we're just going to do a few thread the needles. You're going to inhale. Make sure your hips are over your knees and your wrists under your shoulders. And so we're going to inhale, right arm up to the sky, and thread the needle. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And this time we're going to stay in the needle. We're going to stay and just breathe for a few breaths. Okay, and inhale. Exhale, push up and put your right hand back under your shoulder. We're going to do the same thing to the other side, okay? Inhale, left arm up. Thread it through. Inhale up. Inhale up. And this time we're going to stay down for a few breaths. Inhale up. Exhale, push yourself up, back into table, just to stretch that out. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And go onto your knees, cross your feet, and come onto a sitting position. And we're just going to do a few poses here. So when you're ready, we're going to do seated forward fold. And make sure that your pelvis is open. I normally like to almost move my butt, shift in it. So yeah, I don't really know how to describe that, but that's what I do. So when you're ready, make sure you have a straight back, and we're going to inhale, arms up, exhale. I do not have a lot of flexibility right now, and that is perfectly okay. Wherever you are in the forward fold, I want you to just make sure that you have a straight back, that you're not hunching over. So wherever it is, you could even bend your knees a little bit. I do feel tightness in my hip flexors, so that's why I'm being prevented from folding forward so much, but that is completely okay. Wherever you are, it's exactly where you're supposed to be. We're just gonna go inhale up, exhale into that forward fold again. And just notice where, if you're feeling tension, if you're not feeling tension, where it feels good, where you feel like you're warm, you have flexibility. I definitely am feeling like a pulling in my glute, in my glute. So just kind of be aware of things like that. Inhale up, exhale forward fold. Wherever it is, it's completely okay. You do not have to be super flexible. That is not what yoga is about, believe it or not. So, yeah. And we'll just stay here for a few breaths, wherever you are. If you have a pillow, like a big, or not a pillow, what are they called? I can't think of it in the moment, but it's like that huge pillow. A bolster. If you have a bolster, I know you could just put the bolster on top of your leg and fold over that, but you do not have to. Just be where you are. And if you want, you can then just roll in, fold forward. Um, you could round your back if you want to at this point. I'm just gonna stay up. This is as most that I could do right now, and that is perfectly okay. Just honor your body. Do what feels good for you. Inhale, arms up. Exhale them down to the side. Okay. Then we're just going to do bound ankle pose, Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet are touching. And you could, I really like, I did not bring my blocks out here right today. But what I like to do is I like to put blocks underneath each knee. I feel like it just helps support, because sometimes I do experience tightness in my hips, like the hip flexors. So just holding it without blocks, I feel like sometimes I don't get the looseness. My body doesn't always get to relax as easily as when it has the blocks. So that is a good option if you experience the same. But yeah, so we're just gonna, I like to bounce it, so we'll just bounce the knees just to help open up the hips a little bit. Remember, please be careful with your body, honor your body. If you're feeling pain, please stop. You should not be feeling pain. Be sure to like modify it in any way that you need that feels good in your body. Um, and yeah, there's nothing wrong with ever needing to modify. Okay, and we'll just hold it. You can just move it around. Just do what feels good in your body. Listen to your body. This is your practice, okay? Just like me recording this is my practice, right? But like the moves, you can do whatever it is that feels good to you. I like to move my body around. I like to like get a lot of movement in my spine. I feel like that's so good, especially like if you're sitting around all day, if you're not really moving the spine as much. As your practice, you could even try like folding a little forward in Baddha Konasana. So you could put your feet like farther apart from your body and fold over in that way. That's an option. Just try different things. You don't know what you like unless you try it. So, yeah. We'll just be here for a few more breaths. Okay. And when you're ready, come back up or just kind of come here, come be here and now. And we're going to guide the knees together. And we're going to do a Gomukhasana, cow face pose. But instead of doing anything with the arms, we're just going to fold over. So, and again, please modify this in any way that you need to. This pose may not be super accessible to everyone, but we're going to start with our left foot coming, we're bending it. So the left knee is directly in front of you. And then what we're going to do, if you have the ability to, is you're going to put the right knee, you're going to stack the right knee on top of the left knee. Okay, and so this stretch you will feel on like more like the quad area, like the hip area is where I feel it. And so if you cannot do this, you can have the left knee be straight and just have the right knee on top if you can do that. Or another pose that I could offer you, which also may be a little bit difficult, but it would be similar to like fire log, or where you have feet on like your foot on top of your knee and your knee on top of your foot. So like it's kind of like Sukhasana, kind of like lotus, but your right knee would be over your left foot and your right foot would be over your left knee. I don't know if you can see it. I'll turn around if you need to see it. But this is what another pose would be that would focus on the same area. And so if you're, whichever pose you are joining me with, we are just going to, I'm going to fold forward just to feel more of a stretch, just to stretch that out a little bit more. But you could just stay here. You could do Gomukhasana with eagle arms, It is up to you. I'll let you choose that. But I will be going forward. Okay? And for eagle arms, in case you need it, you would hook your right elbow into your left elbow. So left hand would be on the bottom, right hand would be on top, and you kind of just twist them, and palms would be touching each other, or if palms cannot touch each other, backs of the hands are touching each other. Okay? So whatever it is that you want to do, whatever feels good in your body. I will keep saying that, but it's true. Okay? It's your practice. So inhale. If you haven't already done whatever you're supposed to be doing, inhale. And I'm going to fold forward. And we'll be here for a few breaths, just settling in. And if you're feeling tension, just breathe into that area. It's so easy to just hold the tension and just kind of like resist it, right? Like you're like, I know pigeon pose is like that for me, where it's such an intense hip opener, and I feel the tension, and I'm like, I can't wait to get out of this. Like this hurts, or not hurts. I'm like, it's too much, but just breathing into it, settling into it, accepting it is when you will start to feel the benefits, because you're just allowing it to be, you're allowing your body to settle into it. We're going to inhale up, and we're going to extend both legs, and you can shake them out. You can do whatever it is that you need to do, because we're going to do the other side. So what you did on the first side, you're going to do on this side. So for me, I'm going to bend my right leg underneath. So my knee is facing forward, and then I'm going to stack my left knee on top of the right knee. And once you feel good in your position, yeah, like I feel this side more. And always, like, both sides are most likely going to feel different, and that's perfectly okay. You may be more flexible on one side. You may feel more tension on one side. Whatever it is, you may be balanced more on one side. Whatever it is, that is your body, and just honor that. You may not be able to go as far forward if you went forward, right? And that is completely okay, because that's just your body. We wake up with a different body every day. So even if you may have been able to do it the day before and you can't do it now, that's not a bad thing either. Okay? So inhale, and we're going to go down and be here for a few breaths. Something that I was noticing in myself, if you are in cow face, or just in general, make sure that you have both, like, your body is square, your hips are square. So what I was noticing right now is when I was doing this pose, I was lifting my left glute a little bit, my left hip a little bit. So I just adjusted my left leg and just moved it ever so slightly up, and it to get both hips even and on the mat. So just be aware of little adjustments that you can make, any modifications that you can make to help you. Okay, when you're ready, inhale up. Okay, and we're going to extend the legs, being careful. Those were some pretty intense poses. Just shake them out. I'm going to do a little bit windshield wipers. That always feels very good for me. Okay, and when you're ready, we're going to meet on our backs. And we're going to have put knees to chest and just grab the knees, like hug them, and just roll from side to side. Kind of really seeing what we did. Okay. Okay. We're going to go into bridge because we did a lot of things with our back, so just to and hips, so just to release our hips. This would also be a really good place if you have blocks to put a block or two underneath the hips when we're in bridge pose, so you can just allow your body to just settle into it. I think using blocks in any yoga practice is so good. I just didn't bring mine out today, so that is okay. You don't have to use blocks either. So when you're ready, make sure scoot your heels back to where your fingertips are like barely brushing them, and make sure your back is on the floor. So it's a tilt of the pelvis that will get you there. So your full back is touching the floor, the mat. And when you're ready, you're going to inhale, exhale up. And before we stay here, we're just going to keep going. We're going to do dynamic flow where we just go up and down with our breath. So inhale. So inhale, up and bridge. Exhale, vertebrae by vertebra, all the way down. Inhale, up. Exhale down. Two more times like that with your own breath. When you're coming down, you want to think of it as like you're rolling through, you're rolling your body, your spine all the way down until it finally gets to the pelvis. Next time, we're going to stay up and just chill there, okay? Inhale up. And just be here for a few breaths. Just in case, make sure that your knees are not out, that they are in. Um, they're not touching, but they are hips width apart. Okay. Few more breaths. Inhale. Exhale down. And we're gonna, our last pose is before we go into Shavasana, will be Happy Baby. And so what you're gonna do, and if you don't want to do Happy Baby, that is completely okay. You can just do knees to chest and just roll side to side. But if you want to join me for Happy Baby, you're going to put your knees, legs, feet up, and they are bent, and your arms are going to go inside the knees, and then you're going to grab the outside of the feet with your hands. Okay? And this is such a good hip opening stretch. I am feeling that stretch right now. You're just going to rock from side to side if you wish, or you can just stay and not rock side to side. That is perfectly okay. You're getting a stretch either way. Inhale. Exhale. Legs down into Shavasana. You can go into Shavasana whether you're laying down. You could even do Baddha Konasana again, but while laying down, that is where I really like to have the blocks underneath my knees, but that is just my personal preference. You could also be seated. It is completely up to you. I think I'm going to rest a little bit in Baddha Konasana. And then I'm going to say a few affirmations in a little bit for the full moon. Just take this time to notice what, if anything, has changed in your body. If you feel less tension, if you, hopefully not, but if you feel more tension, hope that's not the case. Um, while we settle into our body, we're going to do the same three deep inhales and exhales we did at the beginning of class. When you're ready, inhale. Exhale. And let it all out. Let go of what no longer serves you, what it no longer aligns. Inhale. Let it all go and welcome the energy of new beginnings. Let go of the control of your breath. Settle in. I'm going to read a few affirmations for this full moon in Taurus for the Beaver full moon. I nurture my heart and soul, releasing the past to welcome new growth and healing. I nurture my heart and soul, releasing the past to welcome new growth and healing. I attract abundance in all forms. I attract abundance in all forms. I am patient, strong, and resilient. I am patient, strong, and resilient. Now is the perfect time to remember the intention, if you set one, that you came up with at the beginning of class. And take it with you throughout your day. If you would like to stay in Shavasana even longer, please feel free to turn off this video now. And yes, there will be no pranayama, so we're just going to close the class. And when you're ready, go ahead and turn onto your favorite side using your arm as a pillow. And thank yourself for showing up here on the mat and doing the thing, being here and now, taking this moment for yourself, for choosing you, for loving you, for holding you. And when you're ready, inhale, come back up. Come into a comfortable seated position. And when you're ready, we're going to do the same. Inhale, arms up. Fingers touch. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, arms up. Keep your arms there. Prayers and hands in prayer over the crown, over the third eye, over the throat, over the heart, over the solar, sacral, root, back to heart. And you can either keep your hands at heart or put your hands at your third eye and we bow forward if you wish. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this flow. It was, I know it was very chatty, but you know what? That's just me. I love to talk. So, and I love to guide. So, thank you so much. Please let me know if you liked this video, what videos you would like to see more of. I will be filming a yoga for balance soon, within the week. So, yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to see you again soon. Thank you.